Got a few words. The guy only turns 50. Come on, closer. You got to show you guys something. Everybody's got to see it. Come on. Don't be afraid. Come on in. Come on in.
We're afraid to come in that close.
Where's the drone?
Exactly.
It's resting right now.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eric Forstoffel, and you can tell by that long, obnoxious German last name that I'm somehow related to this guy. We are related. We're brothers. And as fraternal twins, we often get... As fraternal twins, we often get asked which one is older, right? Which one came out first? Then you always have that older brother, little brother thing. You know, twins always do that. It's funny. And, you know, I have to admit, I am the older twin. I came out a little bit earlier than he did, about 8 years. But I always consider him to be like a twin. That's the crowd I like. That's the crowd I like. I feel like I'm at open mic night. No, so Paul and I are brothers, not fraternal twins, but we've had a lot of adventures in life, and I wanted to be part of this adventure, his 50th birthday. You know, being 8 years older than him, growing up, we were very much apart, right? He was just a little shit. He was a kid I ignored. He didn't get in my way. He didn't bother me. I didn't bother him. He was too young, you know, to annoy me, but he wasn't old enough for me to really beat up the way older brothers tend to do that. So I don't know what value he had in my life early on.
Yeah, you subcontracted to our middle brother.
When we won't speak of that. When he became a teenager, things started to get interesting, right? I just graduated from college. And as a teenager, you know, I kind of did those big brother things, helping him through some rites of passage. You know, like at 13, I let him get behind the wheel of my Toyota Celica and drive around the neighborhood. At 14, you know, gave him the first sip of a beer. The parents didn't want to know that. At 15, you know, I arranged his first prostitute, which is really... This was 35 years ago. This was a different time. Stop being so woke. This is ridiculous. This is the least woke guy I know. We did that back then. It was 35 years ago. It wasn't wrong. It was how you initiated a young man. So that was high school, right? But then things really got interesting when he graduated from IU, my alma mater. Steered him down that, well, no, we all went down that path if you lived in Indiana. You went to IU, and we're proud of it. But things got interesting, right? He's graduating now. He graduated from IU. He's flying high with his bachelor's degree, and he flew that right down into the sewers at ADS Environmental. I kid you not. There's some ADS people who admit to it. His first job is like, so wait, you just graduated and your first job is what? Yeah, I'm going to be down in the sewers. Okay, what did you do wrong? Nothing. I was actually topping my input class, really. But look, it served him well, right? It took him on a long career. But then after that, it was great because I was in my upper 20s, he was in his young 20s, and we started having these great adventures together. We got into mountain biking, and we went to Nepal and mountain biked in the Maharabit range of the Himalayas. We went to Peru and mountain biked in the Andes. We saw the sunrise over Machu Picchu. We went to Kilimanjaro. We hiked Kilimanjaro. We climbed Kilimanjaro. We stood at the top of Kilimanjaro as brothers. Again, he made it there a good 45 minutes ahead of me. Didn't wait for me. Didn't care about, you know, my altitude sickness. He needed to get to the top. And he looked well rested, and I was all red and sweaty at the picture. But anyway, I get off the point.
What an extra 100 pounds will do.
Back then. This was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
And so we've had these great adventures, right? And then we started a family. That was a new adventure for both of us. My family and I were overseas in Europe for a very long time, for 12 years, while they were on the West Coast. So we were separated by distance. But not by love, and we stayed close, and it's always been a great time. Now this is his new adventure. He's turning 50, right? I remember my turning 50, and I remember about the infirmities of age. I know that your body can't just stay doing all the things that you want it to do. It's just, I didn't mean that. There's meds for that. There's meds for that.
I'm good. All is well.
Are you? Are you?
I'm very good.
But I worry about him. He's always going to be my baby brother, my kid brother, and I worry about him. I know that he's a surfer, and he's not going to want to give it up. But I went out there the other day with him. I'm watching these guys, all the guys on their short boards. He's on the long board already. And I'm thinking, what is he going to do? He's going to be out there in the surf. That's dangerous. It's dangerous for him now. What's it going to be like as he continues? And so you don't know this about me, but I'm an idea man. I don't know if you ever saw that movie with Michael Keaton. I'm an idea man, Chucky. Mix mayonnaise with the tuna fish. Call Starkist. But I got these ideas. I can't keep them out of my head. And I had this idea, and I thought, this is brilliant. I looked it up. No one's done it. No one's patented it. And I thought, this is absolutely perfect for him, to help him get into these senior years out in the surf. So I've started a new brand called Don't Fall! No, wait, there's Don't Fall, Paul! One way or the other. Don't Fall Paul brand. And this is the first item in the portfolio. This, my friends, first time seen on these shores, or any shores, is the senior safety surfer. Now, this took a lot of time, a lot of engineering. We had engineering support from Chad. We had a lot of support from a broader team. Kat helped as well with material sourcing. And I'd just like to say, hey, it's a brainstorm I had. I've been thinking about this for years. And obviously, you see what I had to get a board. And listen, budgets are a little bit tight, so I had to go to bit boards. But he's always worried. He's got big eyeballs on the bottom of his surfboard. He swears it keeps the sharks away, right? I thought, wait a second, if eyeballs scare away a shark, if a shark sees that another shark has started to work them, so I thought this was perfect. So we got this board, stainless steel walker. This thing is bolted in there. This thing can handle surfs up to 8-9 feet. Tested that out. And then we started thinking, what are the things that he's going to need while he's out there? So, first of all, there's lights. So, from people behind him, and then in front, because you just never know. Typically, you put your grandparents in the car, you say, always keep lights on, Nana. It's important because... So, we've got these things taken care of. This is going to add a big safety component, okay? And then, of course, you hear about I'm not an ocean guy, I'm a Midwest guy, but you hear about jellyfish stings, right? And what do they say is you got to have the right antidote for a jellyfish sting. So he's got that ready for him. I didn't drink any water for a week just to make sure it was extra strong. And then I started to think he's also deadly afraid of sharks. He's always talking about the damn sharks that are going to be coming. And what do I know? I'm from the Midwest, but I did a little Googling. And I know that you're supposed to hit those damn sharks on the nose. So he's got a custom mallet, rubber, so just small enough, works on hammerheads, nurses, nurse sharks, and nurses. And so that's ready. He's not a lefty, but he'll grab it. And then let's see what's up. When you get out there, sometimes it's a long wait for a ride, and you get a little constipated. And so we got the powdered form of the Metamucil, so that's going to help relax other muscles in your body. And then I started to think, okay, this guy, he's going to get pulled out to sea. I mean, you know it, I know it, the American people know it. He's not going to make it back shore all the time. And sometimes the sun's beating down, so you got to have a little help there. Heat stroke is not to be trifled with, all right? Do not mess around with heat stroke. So he can take some shelter, and we spent the money adjustable. You can get early afternoon sun, late morning sun is there for you. Now, again, thinking about we hate this idea, the thought of him being pulled out to sea, but it's going to happen. So we had to think about some things, right? So of course, he's getting older. Butterscotch discs. Go-to. Sugar, good sugar, something to just kind of suck on while your lips get dry from all the salt water. Let's see. Got a bottle of Ensure. Lots of nutrition in that. That's lots of nutrition, vitamins and things. Then, if it gets dark, you got this flare. You got to be careful with it because it falls overboard. That's it. But if you can wave it off the back until you get picked up, passing schooner, boat, whatever they call them here. And then I started thinking about the movie Castaway, right? And he missed his people. He had no contact, no people, and he had Wilson, right? The ball. Well, he needs more than that. So we got one of his favorite pictures of his family, laminated, waterproof. So when he's lost at sea or if he washes up on a beach somewhere, he's got a picture laminated of his family to remember who's missing him at home and checking his life insurance policy. So I think this is probably everything you need. A warning sign for other surfers coming by that they can steer clear of him. And brother, I hope this is gonna work for you. Help get you through this next phase of your life.
Eric. Hey, Eric. You have this patented.
Oh, patent pending, my friend. Patent pending.
Thanks, buddy. Great.